I'm very pleased that Governor Whitmer and Attorney General Nusso got us to this particular point. I'm glad that we're starting to take another step toward resolving this and bringing closure to this. It seemed like an everlasting crisis that we're still facing inside the city of Flint. And so this is a definitely step in the right direction. There's still a few more steps that need to be taken.
Do you think that the settlement agreement, if it is ultimately approved by the federal court, do you believe it's a fair settlement for Flint residents?
Well, how do you measure fair, right? The injustice has been happening inside the city of Flint, especially through this particular crisis. You can never put a monetary value upon a life and or the quality of life. And so the measurement of fair can never be adjusted by a figure. And so, so to answer to that is that what happened to Flint was not fair. And we just need to take steps to get back to a system of normal and to alleviate the crisis that some families are still facing.
There's been the settlement proposal is a lot of money, obviously $600 million. In your discussions with the state, have you gotten any sort of indication on how it is that the state of Michigan in these times is going to be able to come up with that kind of money?
Well, we've had very little to no discussions with the state as it related to these this negotiation in the terms of the settlement, because it was embargoed information. And when the world knew what the settlement agreement was going to be, this administrative offices knew what it was going to be. So we had no dialogue around that at all.
The city of Flint and a lot of these lawsuits and former employees of the city of Flint are named parties as defendants in some of these cases. What can you tell people about the progress on a settlement on behalf of the city of Flint with the residents over these same issues?
Well, we're making steps in the right direction, and the steps have been taken by the Attorney General and also the Governor to start walking in the appropriate direction to bring a closure to the civil portion of this litigation. We still have the criminal components that's still out there. Now we see Snyder is going to be doing more beyond the deposition that he's just recently taken, and so now residents are now asking and looking toward the criminal portion of this, and for those that's going to be held criminal culpable for what has happened to this community.
Is there any update or information you would have? We haven't heard a lot about the criminal investigation recently. Any update or status report that you've been given?
Nope, I have not had any new information along those lines, but I know as a resident of this community, we're still awaiting for some things to happen along those lines.
In addition to the city of Flint, there are some private consultants. The United States Environmental Protection Agency are some other defendants who have yet to settle any of these cases with the residents. Any message you would like to give those defendants in terms of getting all the parties to settle this case?
Well, I think the starting point has begun, and I think we will see more to come. It's incumbent upon those individuals that's all been named to step up and now follow suit as the state of Michigan has done.